Health literacy is so much more than just being able to read medical information or research or to see your own data, but it's actually the ability to understand it and then derive meaning from it and then act on it. It's always been a problem because there's been a long-held belief that patients wouldn't be able to understand their data or act on it or be able to use it in any way. And in fact, that it actually might be harmful for them to have it because it would freak them out, make them scared, give them anxiety, and reduce their quality of life. And it's just that now we know that's not true. In fact, the opposite is the truth. The less that a patient understands about their care and their health, the less healthy they'll be. And that means they'll need more access to the healthcare system, which is already overburdened. And so the less healthy we are as individuals, the less healthy we are as a society. One of the big inspirations for us starting Nicolette was my personal experience with 25-week twins. They were under 1.5 pounds each, they were less than 1 foot long, and they had a mile-long list of health issues that they needed to overcome if they were going to survive and thrive. For the first time in my life, I just was completely powerless, and it was because there was a lack of informational tools, and I wasn't literate when it came to the issues they were battling, and I also couldn't understand the data that their bodies were generating, and so it was very difficult to make decisions that I needed to make. And in fact, there are things I did that I would do differently today, now that I'm competent and understand things. I signed consents that I didn't understand. And this is a big issue. Outcomes would have been better for both of my children. The experience left me helpless. I couldn't do anything to positively impact my children's health. Ultimately, Nicolette, our daughter, passed away after 27 days in the NICU. And our son today is thriving, and you would never know he was born such a small, sick baby. But even with him, we searched relentlessly for tools that could help us understand and help participate in his development and his growth. If we were to try to measure the market for health literacy products that come out and solutions, a lot of times the current market is zero because these things just don't exist today. But if you look at the care spectrum, just from everyday health to chronic illness to acute illness and all the areas in those 3 categories, it's very hard to measure, but it's just very big and would change the world immensely if they were addressed. There are several areas that are ripe for innovation because they simply aren't addressed enough, and that is giving patients access to their data and the tools they need to actually interpret and act on it. There are so many amazing medical devices out there today, yet there's an absence of informational tools for acute patients, as well as those who are suffering from chronic illness. Entrepreneurs should really care about this problem because it affects them. It affects their families, it affects everyone they care about, and it's so addressable. It's the most addressable topic in healthcare today. And right now, more than ever, there's a fervor, there's a burgeoning movement to give patients not only their own information, but access to research that makes sense and helps them act on their own behalf. This is the best time in history to start a company to address health literacy.